Boy, do I have a great book for you today. The Day You Begin. There's a little girl just walking into a new classroom. She's a little nervous. This is written by Jacqueline Woodson, illustrated by Rafael Lopez. And I want to tell you a little bit about Jacqueline Woodson, if you don't know already. Oh my gosh, she's amazing. She is the National Ambassador for Young People's Literature. The Day You Begin was inspired by a poem in her New York Times best-selling memoir, Brown Girl Dreaming, which also received a 2014 National Book Award, a Coretta Scott King Award, a Newbery Honor, a NAACP Image Award, and a Cybert Honor. She is a 4-time Newbery Honor winner, a 4-time National Book Award finalist, a 2-time Coretta Scott King Award winner, and the recipient of the Jane Addams Children's Book Award and the Margaret A. Edwards Award for Lifetime Achievement. She lives with her family in Brooklyn, New York. We love you, Jacqueline Woodson. And you know, here's the thing. These YouTube people are making me a little crazy because they'll only let me do 15 minutes. So I hate to rush through this, but I do have a Facebook reading of it where I can take my time. So I hope I don't lose anything in the translation with me trying to hurry. Aww. Okay, look at how great the inside is. Oh, she made such a beautiful inside. The Day You Begin. Oh gosh, I love this book. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you. Here she is. She's walking into a room. She's looking ahead. She's like, I don't see anyone like me or my family or my friends. That's what makes her nervous. And there she is, worried. Maybe it'll be your skin, your clothes, or the curl of your hair. None of those kids look like her. She doesn't know how they're going to be. It's hard. And then here's a little boy who's a little worried too. There will be times when no one understands the way, I love this sentence. There will be times when no one understands the way words curl out of your mouth. She's a good writer. The beautiful language of the country you left behind. And this little boy says, my name is Rigoberto. We just moved here from Venezuela. And because they don't understand, the classroom will fill with laughter until the teacher quiets everyone. So at first, he's nervous, and then people laugh. Maybe his accent is a little, I don't know. I don't know why they laugh, but you know what? He has an amazing teacher. So the teacher says, she quiets the classroom, and she says, Rigoberto from Venezuela. Your teacher says so soft and beautifully that your name and homeland sound like flowers blooming the first bright notes of a song. That's a sentence. Let's say it again. Rigoberto from Venezuela. Your teacher says so soft and beautifully that your name and homeland sound like flowers blooming the first bright notes of a song. So the teacher turns it all around so that he feels special in a wonderful way, as he should. There will be times when the words don't come. Your own voice, once huge, now smaller. When the teacher asks, oh, what did you do last summer? Tell the class your story, she says to everyone. We went to France, Kyla says. These shells came from a beach in Maine. A boy named Jonathan holds out a jar filled with shells so tiny and fragile they look like they'll turn to dust in your own untraveled hands. My whole family went to India. Somebody else says Spain. Somebody else says South Carolina. And each one carries a souvenir from where they went. Each souvenir a small triumph of a journey. Their travels go on and on. And there they are. And she's like, I didn't go anywhere. And she's nervous to say where she went. I mean, because she didn't go anywhere. She just stayed home. And in fact, here's how it goes. And as you stand in front of that room, you can only remember how the heat waved as it lifted off the curb, and your days spent at home caring for your little sister, who made you laugh out loud and hugged you hard at nap time. You can only remember the books you kept on reading long after she had fallen asleep. She loved books just like we do. And in that room, where no one else is quite like you, you'll look down at your empty hands and wonder, what good is this when other students were flying and sailing and going somewhere? So she's remembering what her time all summer was like. Even though she enjoyed herself, it's not much she has a souvenir or a big story to impress people, she thought. There will be times when the lunch your mother packed for you is too strange or too unfamiliar for others to love as you do. So she has a different kind of lunch, and everyone's staring at, what is that? What are you having for lunch? When even your own friend Nadja will wrinkle her nose and say, what is that in there anyway? And you'll wonder how she doesn't see the rice beneath the meat and kimchi. You'll wonder why she doesn't remember that rice is the most popular food in the world. And there she is with her delicious food that her mom packed for her. She has a sandwich. What is that? She just doesn't understand, but it makes our friend feel nervous and different. There will be times when the climbing bars are too high, the run is too fast and far, the game isn't one you can ever really play. I don't want him on our team, somebody says about somebody. You can watch, somebody else says. Maybe you can have a turn later, people say. And this is toward this poor little boy, that the kids are making him feel like he's too different or not good enough. I wish I could go help him. Maybe you will if you're on the playground with him. There will be times when the world feels like a place that you're standing all the way outside of. Sometimes you feel like there's the world going on and you're completely on the outside of the world. Some days are like that. And all that stands beside you, but this is the good part, and all that stands beside you is your own brave self, steady as steel and ready, even though you don't yet know what you're ready for. But you're ready, just because you're you. And he's realizing that, his strength in himself. What you are is your own brave self, steady as steel and ready, even though you don't yet know what you're ready for. But whatever it is, you're enough and you're ready for what's next. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you until you begin to share your stories. And she finally shares her story. She says, my name is Angelina, and I spent my whole summer with my little sister, you tell the class, your voice stronger than it was a minute ago, reading books and telling stories. And even though we were right there on our block and we didn't leave our house, it was like we got to go everywhere because our books helped us explore the entire world. Everywhere, because your imagination and reading books, you can be anywhere in the whole world and inside someone else's skin when they tell what their experience of life is like. And then Rigoberto says, your name is like my sister's. Her name is Angelina too. And all at once, in the room where no one else is quite like you, the world opens itself up a a little bit wider to make some space for you. He's saying, oh, your name's just like my sister's. You're like, oh, I like your dress. Oh, could maybe you bring some of that rice to me? Could your mom make extra? I'll bring you something extra. This is the day you begin to find the places inside your laughter and your lunches, your books, your travel and your stories, where every new friend has something a little like you and something else so fabulously not quite like you at all. And there they are on the swings, sharing stories and laughing, getting to know each other. Because she spoke up. She stood in her power. And the very last picture must be fall. And they're all laying in the fall leaves, making not snow angels, but leaf angels in the fall leaves and enjoying each other and their differences and what makes them the same. The day you begin. And today's the day we can all begin again. What a wonderful book. I love it. Thanks for enjoying it with me. Exciting. I'll see you next time. I have another great book too. Although this is my